Hi, my name is Tatiana. I'm 9 years old and I live in Pu'uhonua, Waianae. What I like the most in Pu'uhonua, Waianae is Auntie Twinkles and living at the front and seeing you guys. I'm trying to get money and get food and clothes to wear for school. Yeah. Tennis makes it easier for me to deal with living at the harbor. I see my tennis career going really far, and I want to be a pro. In 5 years from now, I just want to do tennis, and that's all. I really appreciate it. Thank you for all your help. Thank you.
My experience with tennis is just through helping my son for like up to 9 years straight, day in, day out. Um, and I really didn't know nothing when he first started, but I learned it to help him get better. And when he decided to leave tennis, it left a void for me. So I started helping the Waianae High School team players. Um, and when they had to start practicing with their coach, I broke off about just did my own practice. And already had Tatiana, discovered Tatiana right here, hitting on the wall by herself. Um, Saw this little girl, didn't know who she was, how old she was, usually by herself. And through the month of September, I watched her come almost every day while I was working with the teenagers. And I kind of keep an eye out for players looking for talent. I'm always looking for tennis talent. And she looked pretty good even though she had no technique. Um, she kept trying, and that's what impressed me. Her persistence, even though she had no technique, she kept trying to practice on her own. So through the month of September, I watched her, and after that, I approached her at the end of September, and I told her, if you keep practicing like this, Uncle will teach you, okay? And she got all excited. So um, she kept on hitting through October, and at the end of October, I told her, okay, baby, come, join my practice with the teenagers. And slowly I started teaching her techniques, and the teenagers had to start practicing. I think it was around middle or ending of November. Had to start practicing with their high school coach every day. So I broke off my own, started doing my own practices with Tatiana and a couple other kids. Tatiana just absorbed everything. She was a sponge. I saw how quickly she's picking up. She's very athletic. I could tell that when she's practicing on the wall. So I taught her as much as I could, and she got really good. And I decided to put her into a tournament in January. It was her first tournament, and it was an orange ball. I had no idea what orange ball was about, because last year they started this new progression system through the USTA program for kids 10 and under. You got to go through the orange ball system and then a green ball. Orange ball uses a smaller tennis court. I didn't know that, so when I trained her on a regular sized court. So we got the orange ball, and she wasn't doing nothing. She wasn't doing too well, and she kind of had crocodile tears, when she lost. But it was okay, and she was almost ready to quit after that first loss. And I told her, "Baby, you're supposed to lose. This is your first one." But you gotta stay in the fight. The way you get better is just stay in the fight and keep trying. So she stuck in there, and she lost both her games. There's a main draw and a consolation match afterwards. And she lost both of them. She zeroed out. But a week later, I trained her on a proper size court. A week later, she did way better. Right? She reached the quarterfinals. Everybody's impressed, including the officials at the tournament. But after that, she just kept improving, and in the progression level, you got to reach 1,000 points before you can move on to the green ball. So she did that with orange. And you got to do 1,000 points for green ball before you can move on to yellow ball. The yellow ball is the regular tennis balls, full court. So she reached that. By June, she cleared those orange and green. And in fact, coming up this weekend will be her first yellow ball tournament. She's playing 12 and unders, right? Woohoo! that's gonna be a good challenge. But I've seen her play some older kids, and she's done pretty well. So I think she's gonna do pretty good. But and, should be interesting. You like training with me?
I love it
Why do you love it?
because it's way easier and it's just me me being in tennis and everybody supporting me and stuff, and that's all.
Reason for wanting to go to Arizona?
The reason for me going to Arizona is because it's good experience and it's just playing tennis up there.
It'll be a good experience for her to learn how these tournaments operate, especially at the mainland level. It's going to be an all-around good experience for her. Yeah. Anything to say?
No.
No?
No.